Have you ever felt lonely in a crowded place? Have you ever noticed how sometimes relationships are one of the things that we want the most, and yet they can also hurt us the most? Why are relationships so hard for us sometimes? We literally center our lives around them. It doesn't matter what kind it is. Father to son, friend to friend, boyfriend to girlfriend, husband to wife. We all have them, and they are a significant part of our lives. In fact, the lack of certain types of relationships can literally damage a person for life, and distorted ones can do the same. We need community, almost like we need food or oxygen. It's because we can only become better people through relationships. The type of change that we need can't happen in isolation. Have you ever been in one that worked like it should? Maybe it was your friend from the army, or your college roommate, or your wife of 50 years. When it works, and you can't imagine not having them. You see, these are the relationships that change us the most. They're relationships that are built on trust. Without trust, nothing can happen. We'll reach a dead end without it. It takes time, and it takes effort, and it takes risk. And there comes a point when you just have to say, I am going to trust you with me. And there's a letting go that happens, and sometimes it can be downright terrifying. But there's one relationship that matters more than any other. It's the one that affects all of our other relationships, and it's our relationship with Jesus. You see, when Jesus walked among us, He taught us about the things that are most important in life. And He told us about a kingdom that He was establishing that would never be conquered. And He told us what it would look like to live in this kingdom. And He said it's a place where the poor are no longer kept out of sight and out of mind, but are invited to the head of the table. And it's a place where those who have will look out for those who don't have. And where children are examples for adults. It has no borders, and it's open to all, and multitudes found it simply irresistible. One man who was very rich, and he came to see Jesus. He'd probably been hearing about the things that Jesus was saying, and he knew that Jesus had something that he needed. And it says that he fell before Jesus, and he says, "Teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life?" And so Jesus tells him the commandments. He says, don't commit adultery, don't murder, don't lie, cheat, or steal, honor your father and your mother. And the man looks at Jesus and he says, all of these things I have kept since I was a boy. And then it says that Jesus looks at him, and He loves him. And He says, you're still missing one thing. Go sell everything that you have, give it to the poor, and then come follow me. Well, it says the man went away sad because he had great wealth. But I don't think that Jesus was asking him to sell everything he had just because it would be hard. I think Jesus wanted him to trust Him, because Jesus knew if he didn't trust Him, then He could never teach this man what it meant to be His disciple.